Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is me. Happy Saturday. You had me live on a Saturday. Normally, for the last past few days, when you are getting your lives, you are getting your lives a day before, meaning you might have received a live this morning that I actually made Friday. I don't know, guys. I'm living off the wall like the late, great, the king of pop, Michael Jackson. I am living off the wall, guys. Glad to be with you on this Saturday morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. Always make sure you say that. I just feel good, man. It's that Stephanie Mills. I feel good all over. You and I. Jesus, man. For women to be singing like that back in that era, good gracious. I do not know, man. But shout out to you and yours, man. Happy Saturday. South Carolina, you have a winner here, as you can see. It says something about the title. Hermes Birkin bags. I actually have some. I think I have some Hermes oil. A guy told me. He said, "Man, you might want to get you." He said, "Get the oil." He said, "The cologne," and he said the oil it smells the same. And oh my gosh, I could not find it. Right? I know I have it in a cut somewhere, but Hermes. I think they have a few brands, but this one here, I'm talking about from older women. I was pumping some gas one day, and this lady, she was kind of up in age. She said, "Young man, what is?" I said, "Ma'am, it's called Hermes," and and she was like I said, it's some oil. I said, but you can't go and you can get you some cologne, because sometimes, man, these colognes are not a game, right? That's why I always say, men, step your game up if you can. You can't be just jumping out there saying you had this, you had that, and we check the cologne game out and it's just sitting on zero, right? You spraying Axe spray on your neck, and I ain't no shot at Axe because one time I asked the young man, bro, what? He's this Axe? You wouldn't believe it. I was like, "Oh, Axe?" He was like, yeah, but yeah, man, Hermes, Savannah James. Apparently, she was in Italy, and they didn't recognize her, and I guess the colored folks stigma. And let's just get this straight, and I'm not even going to be here for long, right? When you get these store retailers, I guess, and I'm not going to just put that stigma on us, but us as colored folks, when we go in certain stores, I mean, they showed us this on uh, and Live in Color. They showed us this on Don't Be a Menace to Society. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. I mean, the sales folks are trained to treat us that way. But long story short, I guess they didn't recognize Savannah James. Savannah, your skin have got just a little pale, sis, and then with the blonde hair stuff, it makes it hard. But even Oprah wasn't recognized as well when she tried to buy this same, well, not the same Birkin bags because I think Birkins, that's like that crocodile leather. And they even asked, they pretty much, they didn't turn Oprah away, but they didn't know who she was. Guys, everybody is not on TV. People was living under rocks, like Stacey Dash when she found out somebody wasn't living no more. And they was like, sis, what you mean? Like, where you been? Like, people really do live under rocks, right? So you can't expect everybody to know who you are, right? You can't expect everybody to know who you are. Long story short, the salesperson got fired. Is it fair? I mean, what happened to the warnings? Like, really, to the owners, right? I'm only listening to what you're saying. You told me, watch out for these kind of individuals, and they came in the store, right? I declined to go over there to them because I'm just going off of what you're saying. You see an average Joe coming in the store who look like they don't have no money, just don't pay him no attention. You see the other color on the wall coming in here drinking a Starbucks with maybe rhinestones on their shoes, run to them. But why am I getting fired? Because I didn't recognize or I didn't sell Savannah James a bag, her and her friend. And Savannah, like, to be honest, your husband is a billionaire. I said your husband because oftentimes these women, they get lucky, you know, and not throwing no shots. But other than LeBron James, Savannah, and shout out to you, y'all hung in there since, was it junior high? But other than LeBron James, like, if say if you wasn't married to him, can you just think you can go in the store, just offer your looks and your appeal, and somebody's going to run to you? It could have went for Vanessa Bryan too. Vanessa, you know, before Kobe met you, I mean, you could just go back and just look at the pictures. You know how these men have, you know, brought their wives up. Could be their high school sweethearts, but for her to get fired, nah, don't do that. I mean, just, you know, maybe you just learn your lesson, right? You don't know who people are. We don't wear signs on our heads like I'm Savannah James. I'm LeBron's James' wife. We People don't really know folks out here, and it goes for anywhere you go. People really don't be knowing people. Shouldn't that told you something when LeBron done a skit and he was walking and he was disguised. Well, he didn't even disguise himself. He was walking as a pizza man, and a young man walked past him. And he had to look at the young man like, LeBron, you want to stick your face in the young man's face for him to know? People are really not bothered by celebrities, man. But I wouldn't want it to see no one get fired. Like, nah, I mean, don't fire, but sis, can I just talk to you? Or, I mean, next time, you know, just give a person a chance, you know? You can go to the car dealership. It was an older guy. He went to a Bentley dealer. You know, he was just dressed regular. I don't think this was a skit. Some of the stuff be skits that you see, but some of the stuff be real life. He went to a Bentley dealer. Caucasian guy overlooked him. Didn't even give him the time of the day. A sister went over there, helped him out. He was inquiring about a Bentley. I don't think he brought the car, but I just think he wanted to make the statement. Whether he bought it or not, the sister still took time out. It seemed like that could have been a skit too, bro. So you're saying the sister helped another brother, the Caucasian guy, might have been a skit, but there was a message in that word. But come on, Savannah. I mean, and how does it work? My husband's a billionaire. We sell juices. Savannah, you have a juice store, apparently, right? But how does that work though? Like, what you do today? Man, I went out and bought a Birkin bag. Like, that's automatic. Your husband is a billionaire. Birkin bags, I believe a home seller, you know, an average woman or average man, man, I sold 2 homes this year. I sold because, you know, the housing market is pretty slow unless you're just this handsome guy who know how to put your Tom Ford on and, you know, walk with your shirt open with your little chest hair showing. I used to have a cousin, man, back in the day, and sometimes when I see him, I always joke. I say, like, cuz, you still wearing your shirts, you know, unbuttoned with your little chest hair showing. And you couldn't tell him nothing with his linen shirts on, man. You couldn't tell him nothing. You give him a cold beer. Then he had this certain kind of walk with him. You just couldn't tell him nothing. But the average home seller, that's when that's a flex. When you can go and say, well, I just sold a home. I'm going to go treat myself to a Birkin bag. Oh, I'm going to go buy my wife a Birkin bag. Even though she's still not satisfied, mouth still going to be poked out next week. Like, baby girl, I just went out there and whether I put it on a credit card or not, man, I just went out there and bought you a $40,000 bag and you're still not happy. That's a flex. A truck driver. Man, you know something, man, I had my eyes on a Birkin, man. I'm going to give my... That's a flex. Savannah, that's really not a... What? That's really not a flex for you. So why is it an issue? That's why I be looking. I be like, they be talking about rappers have Ferraris. I mean, what do they supposed to have? They're millionaires. They're millionaires. What else do they supposed to have? How is that a flex? How is that a flex? Show me someone, a man or a woman. I'm going to the Ferrari dealer today, working a 9 to 5. Might be bringing in under 6 figures, and they have a Ferrari. I have a buddy I talked to. Y'all saw the thumbnail. He was like, bro, them Ferraris ain't no joke. You know, he was saying oil changes, getting tires and stuff rotated might hit you for $2,000. Those are flexes, man. That's a flex. But come on, Savannah. Everybody don't know everybody, right? You probably got to go introduce yourself to somebody. Somebody can see you on the street right now, man. What's up? You don't know me? Nah. Everybody don't know everybody. It'd be an age difference. Maybe a person don't know you. You could say a person heard of you. I heard of you, but I mean, where else are we going from here? Where else are we going? Can I use your name and take it to the store in the checkout aisle? Like, man, God, Lord have mercy, we got to wake up. But I wouldn't want to see the young woman, whoever she was. I wouldn't want to see her get fired. Nah, we ain't gonna carry it like that. If I got enough juice to get you fired, damn, I must gotta feel like some big woman this morning waking up. I almost lost my son, right? That's still up in the air. That still seems strange to me. Not gonna speculate, right? Everybody got to watch their channels, man, when they talking foolishness. That's why I was trying to tell my little brother Dion, bro, so, you know, man, you got to cut the stuff out what you're doing, you know, because YouTube is not playing. You know, when they're saying stick to the guidelines, that's what they mean. So Dion, let's not just get on social media and say the world should be a better place if we stop having kids. Stop saying that the women, they just stay wet all day, and you taking your little finger, sticking your finger in a hole like you're in elementary school or something. Bro, you stop it, bro. You got to stop it, Dion. We know you need your money, bro. I know you need it too, right? So stop it. We all have to be careful on this social media stuff. That's how we do get shadow banned, right? But come on, Savannah. That's small change to you. You got to feel like some woman, whenever this happened, because I think it's new, and I say, hey, I just might want to remix this. But nah, man, it ain't no need to fire her. She didn't know. She was just going off of what y'all told her. You see folks in here that's not the color of the wall, you know, just overlook them. Let the truth be told. Like I say, man, me and my homeboy, we used to go to Neiman Marcus after school, and we didn't really have a time because we went every day to where as though they start noticing us. Like, damn, man, who is these little young guys coming up in here? Like, really, who are these young guys coming in here buying clothes? If it's nothing but a sweater, if it's nothing but going to Gap on low budget money days, that's where we was going. But everybody don't know who you are, man. Let's take a research, right? Let's just see. Jeff Bezos' wife, I think maybe she was a housekeeper or something like that. Prior higher commodity, maybe. Bill Gates' wife, the one who just giving up all the money. She's doing so many things, spending so many millions. Let's see. We can go to the urban stuff. People saying they don't know Stefon Diggs from a can of paint. Some women don't watch football. I mean, some women want to watch just to have a conversation at work. Some women sit down with their husband or their boyfriend. So now we're saying, didn't nobody know Stefon Diggs before he went with Cardi B? So you didn't know the Minnesota Miracle? You didn't know nothing about that when he caught the ball on the sideline? Forget about the University of Maryland stuff. You didn't know when he was to me, probably right now, the second best quarterback, and Josh Allen, big running guy. When Stefon Diggs, I want the ball, and when he got the ball thrown to him for some apparent reason, he dropped the ball. You didn't know him. You didn't know him when he went to the Texans and he got injured. You didn't know him. You didn't know him when he went to the Patriots and ran up maybe 1,000 yards. You didn't know him for all his extravagant bags and tight jeans, and you don't know him for the Asics that all this young generation is wearing. When guys like me, who's an unk, all we knew was gold and blue tigers and some other different Asics. You didn't know him. You don't know that the Asics that you might be wearing now, that he's partnership with Asics. You didn't know him. They are kind of nice, though, especially for the women, like the pink and white ones and stuff. But you didn't know him. You didn't know him when May threw him the ball. You didn't know him. You didn't know him that he only 37 yards in the Super Bowl. You didn't know him. We're gonna leave the other speculations alone. So you trying to tell me you have people in the comments, who is he? What you mean, who is he? Then they'll say, well, we didn't know him until he got with Cardi B, and that's not the case. It brings more drama in the locker room, if that's what you want to say. And Lord knows, Commander fans, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for Cardi? Well, I don't know what's going on. Is she going to be here at games? Talking about go to Delta, fly back home and on Delta. I said, oh my God, Steph, come on, bro. Steph, all these beautiful women at Howard University, bro, GW Hospital, bro, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? I mean, Jesus Christ, Holmes. Come on, bro. And I'm looking on the news. I'm glad to be home. I didn't know I had, but bro, if you saying the DMV is your home, Stefon, you gotta know what's going on, bro. You're going after somebody else, bro, who she already had 2 kids by. Like, what is it with you celebrities, man? Y'all can't go and get y'all a plain Jane woman. Y'all sing a lot about a plain Jane road. I had a plain Jane. Who's gonna or thug? It's just a plain Jane. Oh my gosh, bro. You can't go get you a plain Jane, bro. Somebody who have their own name. You wouldn't feel right walking, bro, somewhere and you have you a GYN or a lawyer or a doctor or a judge, bro. You had to go out there and get a celebrity, bro. And then it's always the ones who say we grew up without a father, but bro, what are you? You're not you contradicting yourself, bro. Different kids, bro. It's saying unprotected sex, bro. I don't know, man. Shout out to South Carolina. You had 596 guys today, man. Happy Saturday, man. Do some DC. We had 265. As you can see, we have the 6-5 in the drawing. I think y'all should already know 12-12 might hit DC. Why you say that, man? Look, same thing. They giving us the same look. 6 and woo. I'm glad I played it. It gets different. 6-5 is 11. How else can you tally up a two? Should be for once in the nation's capital. Make sure you keep them in. These numbers are not promised to you. And yeah, I mean, man, today, man, do something good. Like I say, man, I took a lot of tours. I was trying to catch up with this guy. I wanted to talk to him, because he's like the last one standing out of the crew who used to hang with my uncle, man. Everybody, was indulging in drugs, and it seems like he's the only one left. Like I said, man, my uncle, I'm not going to say the way he passed. I could insinuate. I mean, because some families don't even have enough money, you know, to get examinations ran. But I'm sure the doctor saw what he saw. But this guy's the last one standing. His name is Charles Slade, right? And old timer, cool dude, shot with his hands. I would never want to get hit by Charles. I don't care what Charles was on. If you jump out there with Charles, man, Charles gonna punish you, man. And that's just that simple. And like I said, I was, hanging around him, as a teenager. That's the one who missed the 1625, and I never saw anybody sip some wild Irish rose the way he did. And then to add insult to injury, it came right back out in D.C. the next month, and that was just it for him. He was just through. He was just through. And I rode past him earlier today. I wanted to stop and get with him, and I'm sure I will. Uh, and that's it, man. Just took some tours. Like I say, man, everyone is in the back to school spirit, man. And I saw that a mother sent her child to school with like a little skirt on, and he was a young, he was a boy. And the teacher turned him around and said, "Man, this is not dress code, right? Mothers, come on, y'all, come on, moms, come on, moms, man. What are we doing? What are we doing?" And then the dads, come on, dads, like we know y'all come around during tax season. Pretty much y'all start in October, right? We know that already. Then the women, they so damn green, they can't catch on. I feel myself get ready to buffer a little bit, guys. I think they might hit me. I mean, but come on, fathers. Can you just at least fake it out from August maybe to September? Go get your child, take your kid to school. That's what dads used to do on the first day of school. You already put your leave in for those days, right? The mothers do it too. Parent, I don't care what you went through, you can jump on your platform and say that, man, the first day of school, I was there. Whether it was the mother, whether the mother took the child to school, and then she told the father, well, hey, can you go ahead, just to meet the teacher. Then you had the parents and teachers meeting like in the middle. But come on, bro. Come on, bro. And watch it be a whole big thing about this. Hopefully the teacher don't get fired. A young where is it? Where my hold on, y'all. A boy going to school, first day of school, with a skirt on, hands on his hip. Oh man, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Like, let's see. Let's see. I just don't get it at this point, man. But that's what goes on. When you when you open up the doors for this demonic type of stuff, man, this is what goes on. Many might don't know that sometimes it's the clothes you can wear, it's the clothes you can bring in your house, just like this Rick Owens foolishness that everybody goes out here and get. And you can look at the man and whoever, some people say, oh, that's just his handler and all this and that. But man, you wearing stuff, I don't know, man. I don't know. But let me get off of that topic. But like I said, you want to keep it YouTube friendly. But come on, man. Oh my gosh. Little handsome young man. Hands on his hip. First day of school. First day of school. Hands on his hip. You dip, I dip. Hands on your hip, you dip, I dip. It just doesn't make no sense, man. It just doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Everybody have a beautiful day. Again, positivity over negativity, man. And we're just living in a crazy world, man. That's all it is to it. Um, we're living in a crazy world, man. And he's not the first one, I believe, who done it, right? I don't think so. Um, he's not the first one, but when you have celebrities, you have basketball players, and look, man, hey, if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. But I'm sure they know kids is watching. You know, little kids, they look up to celebrities as well. Russell Westbrook got on the podium with his fingers painted. He said, "Man, I did it for my daughters." Right? And I'm just like, Russ, come on, bro. I mean, you already put your skirt on, Russ. I mean, don't blame it on your kids, player. Don't blame it on your kids, Russ. You already put the skirt on. Then sometimes you look at him, the wife dressing like a man, and then he's kind of like dressing like the woman. Y'all noticing that? You look at Rihanna and her husband. Sometimes Rihanna might be dressing like a guy, and he's kind of dressing like a woman. So this is Travis. You got an ASAP Rocky, a Travis Scott. I know one wear the socks with like the shoes.